Alright, I think we're back up and running now. Took a chance to stand up, walk around, be healthy and what have you, and things and stuff. And here we are, Elden Ring. Elden Ring-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to move my chair. Try to get back into gamer position. Controller's working. I love playing this game with the controller. I don't want to hear about it. It's so much better on a controller that I don't see why anybody would try to do anything otherwise. So, yeah. Where am I at with this, though? So, I have already beaten Elden Ring. I'm currently working towards all of the achievements of Elden Ring. So right now, we are in New Game Plus with my terribly optimized caricature. I think the major goal that I was trying to do was, yeah, trying to get all of the quests done, or at least the ones that I missed while I was playing the game, because I went into Elden Ring as blind as I could. Some things I did go look up because it just felt so weird to me that they didn't have a proper like way to find it unless you were like really looking around. I felt like it was very difficult. Oh, hold on, I should put in the title spoilers. Or like New Game Plus or something so people know. Hold on. With some new game plus Elden Ring. There we go. Now it should be. So if you're watching, there will be spoilers. Just keep that in mind. It's gonna happen. But yeah, so I was working towards just finishing all of the quests. I only looked up a couple quests while I was playing originally, like my first playthrough, my first blind playthrough. Just because it seemed so esoteric to me. But I did ultimately follow through. I did stay true, and I sat down, and anything I looked up, I decided to not follow through with, so that I could at least live the lie of the fact that I went through completely untethered to any specific idea, or any like spoilers or what have you. Which I did, and I finally beat it, and I was super happy. After I beat the game, I went on the Wikipedia and looked up absolutely everything. That's why you see all these little notations on the map of like different places and things. So that's why my map is going to look a little strange. There's also spoilers because it's New Game Plus, and I attempted to do everything that I possibly could without losing my mind. So that's where we're at. I just don't remember where I was at with every quest line, though. I remember that there's some quest lines that will break if I do not do them appropriately. And I kind of forgot which ones those are. Because right now I'm on the third hunting quest. I did start... Is it Zarias? I did do a lot of the Volcano Manor stuff. I think I'm still waiting on Jarburg? There's still the Jarburg quest line that I need to sit down and figure out. Because it just hasn't been updating. It has not gone to the second step of Jarburg. Oh no, he's still sleeping. What did you have to do to get him to not sleep again? Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull up the wiki and everything and be like, whoa. Diallos? I don't remember him talking about Diallos. So maybe Diallos' quest section has initiated? I don't know. Is he still just goobering around?
A fool I may be. Do you pity me?
I do pity you. Now I pity you. Because gosh dang it, how long has it gonna take to get this quest done? Ah, I don't know. Maybe I think now that it's at this point, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay that I leave it alone for a minute and then go to... Well, I guess as long as I look everything up before I get to Forge of the Giants, then I should be fine. I should be fine. Trying to think. I do need to go here. I do need to go to Lakeside. I do need to go Lakeside so that I can go get the half of the medallion, the half of the Halig Tree medallion. I don't think I'm going to sit down and go try to fight Millennia again, or Melania, Blade of Miquella. Because I did it one time, and I feel like I'm never going to be able to do it again. So, if you are expecting me to try to sit down and fight her, I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm just pre-warning everybody. That fight is ridiculous, and it's incredible at the same time. And you know what? It is vindicating. It is vindicating to have been able to defeat her, because, like, there are other bosses in other Dark Souls games that I have not beaten, and it feels very vindicating that knowing she is the hardest boss in all of the series of games that From Software has made, it's very nice to know and vindicating that I have beaten the hardest boss that they have ever made, but still somehow have not defeated the other bosses. So, I'll have to figure that out, but I don't know. I'm probably not going back to Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, just because they're... Dark Souls... Ah! It was just the sound alone. Just the sound alone freaked me out. Gosh dang it. I hate these tunnels. I mean, I think they're cool. They're such a fun part of the game experience. But I also hate them. Because it's so dark and you just can't see where you're going. You can't see what you're doing half the time. But yeah. Anyways. Freaking myself out from some zombie character. Look at all these snails. Again, bear in mind, my build is not a good build. It's basically a lazy man's strength build. I didn't even really pick the world's best greatsword either to make this build. I just chose the one that at the time I felt like was really good, and I went with it. So if it seems like my build is stupid, that is a fair judgment. But anyway, I love these snails. One thing I will say about Elden Ring, as opposed to the other Souls series, is that I really appreciate how this game... I really appreciate how this game gives you safe places to be just on the world map, you know? So that you don't have to constantly feel like you're just always in danger, you know? Dark Souls 1 through 3 always gave me that feeling of like, I'm always in danger, you know? But Elden Ring kind of like, they kind of bring it back a little bit so you don't feel like you're just constantly gonna die. You know? But I don't know. Ah! Quit it. Don't make me use my mimics here, boy. Boyo! Don't make me use the overpowered mimics here. I used it super on accident because I thought I was on potions. Don't you dare. Don't you do it! Can you please? Please! Please! I said this was going to be a cooldown stream. I promise you I have beaten Bloodhound Knight without being stupidly overpowered. I promise! Anyway, let's go ahead and get this Get this medallion in my pockets. It's so sad. This is one of the sadder parts of the game for me. That's one of the sadder parts. She's all just like, my
So
wolf is
tarnished.
dead.
I told
My
the
wolf has
Orphean
died.
root that I possess, or have you come to take? Was my other.
Girl, I know you
So,
have it.
then I have
Just
no
give me
choice
that medallion.
but
She
to
looks so
trust that this was
stone-faced.
his dying will.
She's not even trying
Let's
to look
try
my way.
again. My apologies for my course. I presume the worst.
There you go. Now she's looking at me.
Seeing that you're another tarnished
Now
like
she's
that
looking straight up at
Orphean
me.
root.
Girl, can you please
Did
just
you
like
consider
give him a
mistake
proper
there is something
burial?
more you
That's
should
the
have
worst
refused
part about
and
this
to
story.
wear.
She just like leaves him here.
Thank you. They say in castles.
Well, I won't be able
As
to
farewell, I will
go
into the
there
Orphean
unless you give me the medallion. Am I supposed to do something else? Oh no, she's just saying bye. All right. See, it's so sad. Like bury him before you sit and turn into a giant smoke pile. Did I? Okay, I did touch the. I did touch the grace. I touched it. Don't mind my level. If you saw what my level was, when I got to the very end of the game, I really earnestly tried to get to max level, and I set up a macro that would sit down and just like kill a couple enemies that had somewhat high amounts of runes, and then I just let it kind of run for a good while. The game kept crashing. There was a bunch of problems with it, but I was able to boost my level quite a lot, quite a lot at the very, very end of the game. So that's why my level is so high. It's not that I actually have legitimately sat down and had played this game for way too long. Even though I kind of have played this game for way too long already as it stands. Because... Oh, that's where the jellyfish shield is? I have never gotten the jellyfish shield. No way! I see all these people online who are using a jellyfish shield because it gives you a little bit of a boost of damage or something. And I just have not ever used it. I don't think I've actually ever gone into this thing either. This is all new to me! I thought I went everywhere on the map. This is interesting. Just a pro dodging that dog. Oh, there's a magic laser. I just want what's in the box! Give me it! Oh wait, no, I've gotten the Carrion Knight Sword before. What? So I came along this way, apparently, but I just never... I guess I just never got the jellyfish shield. That's so wild. See, that is among the things that I did not sit down and do. I didn't want to sit down and spend hundreds of hours trying to get all of the weapons, you know. Because that would have just drove me crazy. There's so many weapons where you just have to, like, hope and pray that RNG is on your side and that you're able to get enough good RNG to sit down and get, like, the shields and the weapons and the armor that all the enemies have. And that's also one of those things, too, where it's like, it's not overly necessary. It just doesn't feel overly necessary for any particular reason. Is this populated? I thought this was an unpopulated part. Well, because the guy is just right up here. Oh, EG is just right up here. Is there a reason? Is that an illusory wall that I just forgot about? Whatever, whatever. Got my little steak of America. America. Got my steak of America. EG.
Well, I presume you were.
I kinda want you, EG, to just be at your end game state so that I could just buy these from you all in one place.
Oh, If you come, I am.
I'm sorry if I'm skipping through dialogue. Tell me if you want to look at the dialogue, if there's any dialogue that you feel like you want to sit down and watch while I just play through this, because I have heard all this dialogue, and I've read through the dialogue of most of these characters a lot, because I've been going on the wiki.
I've explained of the engine, whatever you.
Okay. So he's just telling me about the estate, which is right up here. Which should be really... Oh! Should be somewhat honestly easy to do. I think when I first did this, I didn't have my horse. Because, okay, so when I started playing Elden Ring, I thought that, like... I thought... I was in a very Dark Souls kind of perception about how to play the game, you know? And so I figured that if I didn't sit down and strike an accord with What's-Her-Face, that was the better thing to do. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I thought that she was like trying to trick me and that there was some kind of like, I don't know, like bamboozle moment later in the game where it's like, oh ho ho, check it out, bamboozled ya. She's not actually a good, nice person or anything, you know. Right, but it turns out she's just really nice, and the creators of the game just decided to give you an option for no reason in particular, it seems. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with these finger guys. I'm not gonna even waste my time. I could super duper kill them, but I'm not really looking for level ups and stuff right now. I'm just looking to hit these sweet graces and just kind of get on with it. Because I'm trying to get the achievements. I don't really care. I don't really care about the other things. Oh, that was close. Plus, I've already done this before, like a lot. Oh, we are trying to go for the madness ending, because that is one of the endings that you get an achievement for getting. And I have another caricature that I have at the very beginning of the game, because I wanted to roleplay as a cool mage person. Because this game is so cool, and it is so accessible to utilize like magics and special abilities that it just seemed wrong of me to have played it as just a strength build for as long as I've been playing it. And so I just really wanted to sit down and not like pigeonhole myself in being just a strength build whenever I play the game. So I really wanted to try playing it through as a mage build, because it seems like it's just stupidly accessible right now. In this game, right? Like, I feel like Dark Souls 3 was the other game where it was very accessible to play as a mage. Dark Souls 2 was not really the best game in the world to play mage, because I don't remember them giving you a lot of good spells and things. But that's just whatever. I'm going on a revenge streak with this guy. Or this girl, rather. I guess she is female knight. But the first time I tried killing this person, it took me like 40 different tries. I don't know if this takes blood damage. It's kind of just a phantom boss. But, I don't know. I just want to get revenge. I want to get revenge on Loretta. How dare you be so difficult? And it bamboozled me the first time I did this, because I was just walking around the arena and I didn't walk into this water, and I was just like, oh, this is an interesting place. Maybe something takes place a little bit later or something, you know? So I walked up to that big moon statue thing, and I was like, oh, you know, this is kind of a cool place, you know? And then I wanted to like get ready to like strike a pose, take a picture kind of thing in the middle of this like, you know, water zone. And then it bamboozled me, and the phantom showed up, and it super scared me. Scared me silly. So This is just one of those things. My friend, I think my friend is texting me. What do you mean? You're subscribed to my channel. You're subbed to it. It's Beryllium Fox. What are you on about? What are you on about? You're subscribed. Just sign into your account. You dingus dangus. Goodness. Ronnie's Rise. Ronnie's Rise. Oh, that's right. There's a spoiler alert. There's a dragon. There's a. Oh, maybe it's at one of the other ones. There's a dragon that's in this sort of zone in this area. Rena's Rise. Lock shut for now. I do need to go... Oh, I don't think it even really matters, because I don't think I can start What's-His Dingus with the Puppets quest. I don't think I can start his quest. Ah! Poor dear. I'm just trying to look for supplies. There's the dragon! There it is. There's that dragon. This thing spooked the heck out of me. 'Cause it's all foggy and stuff, you know? And then it's a dragon, so it's like difficult to fight. So, reasons. Ba-ba-ba. Get that mimic tier going. Set this down. Swap out Seppuku. Blood loss. Put shield back on for reasons I don't know. I normally just dodge roll through everything, so I really honestly don't know why I have a shield anymore. Ah! I should probably use it. I should probably use my shield more often. But it's kind of whatever. Don't do it! What did he just kill? Because it wasn't my... What is he killing? You know, and that's the other thing that I like about Elden Ring a lot. Dragons are just a thing in Elden Ring. Because in Dark Souls, it was like, oh, there's dragons, but it's like, there's not supposed to be dragons, you know? Where in the heck did he go to? Did he seriously just despawn himself? What are we on about with this? Where did he go? What? Dragon, get back here, you loser! Where did it go? Where did it go? See, I told you that you're subscribed, you dingle-dangle. I told you. He did disappear, though. I don't know where he went. I've never had that happen. Usually he just respawns, and he should be up over here. But he just despawned. So now I don't know where the dragon went. And I don't think I can talk to Ronnie either, because I need to go fight Radon. Oh, that's right. I need to go fight Radon. Can I go fight Radon? Alright, let's go do it. Let's do it! Radon! Radon took me literally the longest amount of time to complete the first time I beat the game. This fight is ridiculous. I got so close so many times to defeating Radon. It upsets me to this day how long it took me to beat him. Oh, let's see. And it's probably because I wasn't really leveling up very early in the game. Champions! Welcome. I think I need to talk to Blade.
Now, the way ahead is...
Blade, yeah. Champions! Forward unto dawn! That's a Halo thing. Oh,
Are you good and prepared?
I'm prepared. Let's play the cutscene. And over the cutscene, I'm probably going to be talking about
Before we
the
begin,
Halo, the
allow me to
Halo
paint you the full
series.
picture.
That's been just a cluster of nonsense. This is such a cool cutscene. If you guys haven't seen this cutscene before, it's incredible. But the new Halo show has just been ridiculous, man. I haven't even
General
fully
Radahn
watched
is
through on the new
cursed ever to
Halo
wander.
TV series because it's just ridiculous. Like,
Eaten from
within the
inside
first
by malign
episode, he takes his
scarlet
mask
rot.
off and he's
His
just
wits are
like,
long gone.
hey, check it out, I need to get my SAG card for being in this role. And it's like, congratulations, you got your SAG card. Now put your helmet
Now
back
he gathers
on!
the corpses of former
Like,
friends
gosh
and
dang
foes
it, you're
alike,
supposed to be Master
gorging
Chief.
on them.
We don't
like a
see
dog.
his face, that's the whole point about it. And they just rolled with it. They're just like, nah, he's going to almost always have his helmet off in the entirety of
Howling
the
at the
series.
sky.
That's just like, come on. It's so annoying. And then they play him off as this, like, hyper rogue character, you know? And it's so frustrating.
The celebration of war.
Of war!
The Radahn Festival.
Woo! Let's do it! We're down! I'm probably gonna beat him. First try, watch this! Watch this, first try, new game plus. Whoa. It's probably because I'm over leveled. But yeah, so anyway, like, they just leave his helmet off for like most of the story, like most of the show. And then he sits down and you know, admittedly it is part of his character to show sympathy, but he shows all of this hyper sympathy to this one random girl he picked up from Nowheresville, you know, and then it just becomes this like huge plot point and everything. And then the acting is just it's just not Halo. It's not Halo. Yeah, almost Halo ODS OST. OST? What's Halo OST? I don't know what that means. I'm big dumb. I don't know what Halo OST means. I'm sorry. But it's so annoying. They just don't care anymore, man. They just want that moolah. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the super fans. They just care about the super bills. Whoa. And you know what? Ironically, they're probably not going to make a lot of money off of the TV show because it's bad and almost nobody likes it. Almost nobody. I'm sure. Here's the thing. I think if you probably played Halo 1, like way back in the day, and you hadn't engaged with any Halo content since, I think from that point going forward, it's fair to say, oh, goodness, he's beating up on me. I think from that point going forward, it's fair to say that it probably would be interesting to that person. Because it's like, whoa, Halo, I remember Halo, check it out, whoa, you know. But it's, if you're anybody who's a fan of the show, it's the worst thing on the planet. And I don't feel any sympathies towards the creators, because it's like, you know what, you knew what you were making, you knew it wasn't going to be Halo, you know you tried to Hollywoodize it so that the general public could enjoy it. And it just didn't work out. Just didn't work out. Okay, this is the coolest move in the game, but it's really scary! No! I can't believe I got by Radahn's meteor move! Phase 2 Radahn! I'm at max level with almost the best equipment. Well, I'm not at max level, sorry, but I'm at New Game Plus level, and I still died by Radahn at his meteor move. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I was gonna first try him. I was gonna get my revenge. He was gonna rue the day. Rue the day. Alright, second try. Second try for Radahn. Here we go. I don't know. I think it's nothing new, though. I think Hollywood studios have just never really understood it. Because the thing with Hollywood studios is they want to make it a Hollywood thing, and they want to, like, tell a story, and there's just way too many, like, producer-level people in on the decision-making, and they're like, if we don't tell the story like this, then no one will watch it. Whoa. And it's like, how about you just take a couple people who are working on Halo, like, who are part of the Halo team, you know, have them be co-writers, and then sit them down with, I don't know, maybe the original writers of Halo, and then sit them down with your Hollywood writers, and you always take the opinion of the original writers first. I don't know, maybe that's the way that you should approach it. Oh, can I one-phase him? Can I one-phase him? One phase, one phase, one phase! No! Oh, okay, here we go. Where is he? There he is! There he is! Okay. Had a little panic moment there. There we go! Easy peasy. If only that happened the first time. Remembrance of the Star Scourge. Whoa. It's such a cool fight. That's such a cool fight. If you do that in not New Game Plus with hyper level stuff, it is an incredible fight. It is such a cool thing. Oh, and I love this cutscene too. Because it's like, what? What's happening? Radon was keeping all of these stars and stuff back, and meteorites, and all this kind of stuff, and then, whoa! Slams into the ground. This is so cool that they did this. I wish more games sat down and, like, tried changing their environment to, like, fit the story, or, like, you know, have some secret content or something. Because it is so cool. Ugh. That is the coolest thing. So now I gotta go to the secret city of Nokron, which is... I don't think I have to engage with the rest of the... I don't think I have to engage with the rest of it. Where is the... With the NPCs. I don't think I have to engage with them to keep their quests going. But we'll see.
And then a falling star.
Then a falling star right before our eyes.
I can't fathom how Radon was holding back something of that scale.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was a living legend. If ever I saw one.
He is... I honestly think he's the coolest boss in the game.
The wheel of fate has been set.
He has these two big gravity swords, and he's on this horse, and it's this massive arena. Like, I realized, like, asset-wise, they didn't really do a whole heck of a lot with this area. It's just copy and paste these swords and stuff, and just, like, you know, just, like, quickly pulling up all the sand dunes in a program.
Hello
But,
there.
like, there is so much space dedicated to this thing, man.
It was a battle marvelously fought.
Marvelously.
You are well and truly a champion, friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Alexander.
On the other hand, am nothing but a crock.
You liar.
One hit was all it took to crack me.
You were fighting
and for
for a
my
good while.
insides to come spilling
Actually,
out.
canonically, in New Game Plus, how quickly I defeated him,
Hid like a
it probably
coward.
is accurate that he
And
only
as
got hit
such,
about one time.
I can hardly stand to face one such as you.
You're too flattering.
But don't you think I've given up just yet.
You better not have.
As luck would have it, there's a veritable mountain of warriors' bodies right here. If I can just squeeze this bunch down inside me, I'll be a mighty warrior again in no time.
That's true.
And you know,
Do it,
the
Alexander.
bodies found here are exceedingly fine.
You
Who could
squish up
expect
those
any
gross
less from
people
the
and
very
put them in
warriors
your
who
jar
fought in
body.
shattering the greatest of all
Gross.
wars. Just you wait and see, friend. I'll grow even stronger. Just you wait when...
You know, Alexander,
What
it
could
probably would be
Just
befitting
wait.
if you sat and took Radon's
All be in from now on, so.
innards and, like, put that inside of you.
All be from now
Just a
on,
thought.
so.
Just a thought, but, you know, demigod blood and everything and all that, you know, I mean, like, probably the better decision. Anyway, so we're gonna get to go to the secret city of Secret City? Secret. The Eternal City of Nakaron. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Which is another favorite part of the game for me because it's the kind of thing that like you can completely miss. This is the kind of thing that you can completely miss when you play the game. Look at it. It just smashed a giant hole into the scenery. And it's just this like big cool open pit in the ground. It's a big cool pit in the ground. It's so cool. This game is incredible. This is honestly the best thing ever. Which is probably why I have 120 hours into it so far. Oh, man. You know, and it is kind of strange, because I know everybody else had big hype for this game when it first was announced. But for me, when I was kind of looking at it, I was largely skeptical for the most part. I don't fully know why. I was just pretty skeptical about it. That's not where you jumped down. Oh, you jumped in over there. I was pretty skeptical about the game when it first got announced. But it just... for me, it flew under the radar, and I really don't know why. Are you kidding me? That was too high of a jump. That was too high. I missed the floating platform. How could you, floating platform? How could you? At least now it's daytime, though. And now you can see those big old cool rocks up there and everything. It's so awesome. It's so gosh dang cool. I can't believe I fell too high. Too high of a zone. Anyway, I was getting to a point. I wasn't really expecting a lot from this game because it was one of their... It's not their first departure from Dark Souls, but I thought it was going to be like a really big departure from the Souls series. And so when they sat down and announced the game, I was like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Like, is it, you know, if it's going to be its own thing and it's going to be just like a completely different game, then I really just don't know how that's going to work. You know, I haven't really seen them do anything else, you know, other than Dark Souls and stuff. I know they've done certainly plenty more in their history, but I haven't really personally seen or like researched these people at all. So From Software, I haven't really looked much into From Software. So the only thing that I really know that they've made is Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1 through 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and then this, you know. And they said that they were going to try and do something new with this game. And so I was just kind of like, I don't know how to feel about that, because, you know, like, it's not going to be Dark Souls. It's not going to be the Dark Souls formula. But then it came out, and all these reviews came out with it too, and everyone was like, it's the best game that's ever been devised for television. And I was just like, oh, well, guess I might as well sit down and buy it and play it then, because I love Dark Souls, you know. And it has delivered. It is one of my favorite games, probably of all time, I'd say. I don't even think I put in 100+ hours in Dark Souls. I think across the game series, I've definitely put in more than 100 hours through Dark Souls, but I don't think on maybe Dark Souls 1. Maybe I've put in somewhere upwards of 100 hours in Dark Souls 1. But that's just because Dark Souls 1, I did a couple playthroughs of it, and I did a couple different new things with it. And I tried streaming it for a hot minute, which I remember doing for a good, I think about like 20 hours or so over the course of a couple weeks. So I probably have more than 100 hours in Dark Souls 1. But this is one of those games where it's like, it's the first time in a good old long while that I've put like 100 hours or some odd into the game that FromSoft has made. That and Sekiro. I absolutely adore Sekiro. And I think if they don't make another Sekiro or Sekiro type game, I personally am going to be a little upset, because Sekiro is just one of those, it's just a gem. It's just a gem of a game. I know a lot of like hardcore fans didn't really like Sekiro because it was very different, but for me, I just absolutely adore the heck out of it. I think it is such an incredible game. I think the reason that I like it is because it's more focused on, like, tempo. It's more about, like, blocking stuff than it is about sitting down and just finding the best specific strategy, you know? And that's probably why I like Sekiro a lot. Because it was a lot easier to just be like, oh, okay, the best strategy is this, or the best strategy is that, you know? So, that's just one of those things, right? Where I really appreciated it, but apparently not as many people liked it. Or it wasn't as well received by the community, again, I guess. But I thought it was great. I really thought it was a great game, Sekiro. But here we are. The Mimic Tier fight. Oh. What if the Mimic Tier isn't using any equipment? What about that? So, the boss fight, he copies everything that you have on you when you enter in to fight it. It's this little thing right here. So it's gonna copy me, but without my weapon. So now I get to just fight a version of me that doesn't have a weapon. And it's doing 0 damage. I didn't know this when I well, I guess I figured it, but I didn't know when I first started trying to beat this guy, this boss. And so I just kind of went at it blindly, and I was just like, I'll just fight it, whatever. But it's really easy to sit down and just thwomp on this guy. Because all you really have to do if you just want to win, at whatever level you're playing at, you just unequip everything. And then you just go ham. You just go ham on him. And you beat him. It's honestly a joke. It's honestly a joke how easy this can be. If you know what the mechanic of it is, it's honestly a joke. It's so quick, so easy. And it gives you one of the best masks, the Silver Tier mask. If you do like Arcane, which is just like some... It's just a different way of like spell casting. Essentially, can you let me... I want to rest at this grace. It won't actually let me rest at the grace. Alright. Fine, game. We're not gonna rest at your grace. Whatever. But it's so much fun. I don't know. Larval Tier is a little overpowered, though, if you ask me. Because it does just make a copy of you, and it's like a very beefed up version of you as well. And so you can just equip anything you want on that guy, and then it'll just straight up go after the boss. I think, honestly, if they're gonna make another game, I think what would be really cool is if they let you like set up a character where you have somebody that just goes around the game with you, and they have like just whatever equipment you want them to have, and it's very much the same like how the Mimic Tier works in this game, but they just follow you around the whole game. I think that would be honestly one of the cooler things to do, because it would just it would basically just be acknowledging that like it's way overpowered, you know. And it should just, at this point, be built into how the game is designed. In my opinion, I don't know. I know everybody just kind of sits down and goes like Elden Ring easy mode when you use the Mimic Tier, but I don't know. I would appreciate it if you did not bite me, giant wolf. Go away. You are not wanted. You are not required here, you giant beastie. Beast. Oh, speaking of beasts, that is the other thing that I watched recently. I watched the last movie of Fantastic Beasts. That was... Here's what I'll say. I think it was definitely better than the first two. I think the third movie was definitely better than the first two because it had much more of a directed focus on the magic and like the magic community and everything, as well as it had a big focus on the beasts. Like the monsters and the beasts and stuff in the movie actually had a significant impact on how the movie like progressed. You know, the goal was a big beast thing, you know? It wasn't just like, oh, hey, beasts are just this kind of like third-party entity that's in the movie. You know, it's like they were actually like, it was actually a big plot point, you know? Which I really appreciated this time around. Because the first movie was just terrible with it. Because they were like, oh, the big secret beast that he's trying to track down that's like so secretive and so wonderful or whatever. I'm still missing one. The big beast that they're trying to track down is just a human being that has some magical entity inside of it. Like, whoa, you know? And it's like, that's cool, I guess, but the execution was just not there. It just was like, it just didn't feel like I ended up needing to really care about the main character and the main villain, and it just kind of fell flat. I don't know. But the second one improved a little bit because they got to go to a bunch of different like environments and stuff. But it wasn't as interesting because they sat down and made his like co-partner guy. They didn't really give his co-partner a chance to sit down and make fun jokes and like be part of the conversation and part of whatever they were trying to do. It was basically just like, we need to have his partner in the movie because his wife, or like the person he wants to end up marrying, she plays a major part in it. And so we gotta sit down, we gotta have his wife in there, and if we're gonna have his wife in there, then he's gotta be part of it. And it's like, that's fine, but they basically were just like, let's make this character feel terrible. Let's just make this interesting character feel terrible the whole movie. And then we're gonna sit down and take this really nice character who's just, you know, kind of a cool character, and guess what? She is super not going to be that cool this time around in the movie. She's gonna side with the person who basically wants her to go commit genocide against the Muggles. That's cool. Just take this cool character that we loved from the first film and turn her into somebody who's siding with the genocidal maniac. You know? So I don't know. I really didn't like the second movie all too much. I thought it was honestly worse than the first one. Largely because of that, because they did take... I can't remember what her name is. I think it was Sweetie or something like that. No, what's her name? It's a name that I would remember, but it's not sinking for some reason. I'll remember it eventually. Part of me doesn't care because it really wasn't that big of a deal. But the third movie was great because they open it up and they're like, yeah, so the beasts actually mean something, and like there's actually a reason to care about the beasts. And then like, you know, Scamander's being chased down by all these guys and stuff. That's like, whoa, check it out. It's all this big hullabaloo. Right? And it was actually kind of interesting. And then they go around to just like a bunch of different environments in it. And they spend a lot of time in China, which I thought was a really cool aspect of the show. Because they really don't care about... I feel like she doesn't really care about writing for other countries, which I understand because she lives in Britain, you know? So, or probably more specifically, she lives in the EU. No! Stop stealing my health! But she lives in the EU, so I mean, like, it makes sense that she would sit down and be like, I'm going to make my story's sensibility towards the EU, because that's what I know to write about. But she never, like, focuses on other, like, countries and stuff. And I felt like it was really cool to see her, like, write a story where they're, like, going to China, you know? And, like, China has its own history and everything, and it felt really nice to kind of see that aspect of it kind of come out and be a big part of the story. But, I don't know. I really did feel like it was a lot better. And then they showed off a lot of cool magic. They don't explain it, which I think is kind of annoying. But, like, one dude gets trapped in the wall, and, like, it's like this cool Legend of Zelda, like, Paper Mario situation where the dude's, like, stuck in the wall and everything. It's like, I just really liked that visual effect, because I was kind of sitting there wondering, like, how they'd set visual effects. But there was a lot of just different magic that they showed off. I didn't really care too much about the Dumbledore story, if I'm being perfectly honest. I just felt like if they're gonna have Dumbledore in it, they might as well just make the movie about Dumbledore. You know what I mean? Like, he should have just been a small portion of the story if it was gonna be another Fantastic Beasts, or it should have just been a movie about Dumbledore. Which I was a little sad about that, because it's like, just split up the story so we can enjoy Dumbledore and just Dumbledore, and then we can enjoy Scamander and then just Scamander. But no, she decided to have Scamander be a big part of the role of Hogwarts, all this nonsense. And it's like, whatever. But I still think it would have been a stronger story if she was able to find a way to separate those characters. Oh, bad move. Okay, well, at least still a lot of health this time. Ah! Hey, good one, Mimic. Good one, Mimic tier. I will say though, I was getting a little down bad for the for the one lady that followed them around. I can't remember what her name was because I really wasn't paying attention to the movie all too much. But oh, she works for the Ministry of Magic. She's one of the Ministry of Magic ladies that joins in to the story at some point. I thought she was very pretty, if I do say so myself. She's getting all embarrassed. But yeah, I also think that they had a little like tie-in of having, oh, what's her name, McGonagall? I think they had a small little tie-in of McGonagall for a minute, but I really couldn't tell because she just jumps in for like 20 seconds to be like, hey, hello, I'm here, and then she just disappears. So I don't know if McGonagall's in it, but you know, that's another character I think hasn't really gotten much of a chance to be part of the greater story, is Professor McGonagall. She's so instrumental in like 90% of the rest of like Harry Potter, but she just hasn't really been given a chance to have her own story yet. In the same way that like many other characters haven't gotten their chance to have their own little story. But I don't know. I really feel like McGonagall was one of those characters that was a big part of the story that nobody really thought to care much about. I don't know. Maybe it's just that she's an old lady and everybody's like, oh, old lady, I'd rather learn more about that hot Harry Potter. Whoa, you know. I don't know. I think that's fair and accurate. I think it's an accurate assessment. Everybody was more interested in Ron Weasley and Harry and Hermione. Oh, dude, everyone was interested in Hermione. Now that I mention it, everybody was interested in Hermione, man. Like, all the people that I went to school with, like, the girls were like, they were super interested in Hermione because they were like, what a cool caricature. This learned girl who's like, you know, at least only annoying for the first 2 movies. You know? But man, I hate this guy. But the girls, like, looked up to her a lot, and then the guys were all, like, down bad for Hermione forever. And so it's just like, everyone cared a lot about Hermione. So I can kind of see why McGonagall never really got much of a story development, but I don't know. Maybe I really didn't pay attention enough to McGonagall, but I think she said she was, like, you know, a specific witch that, like, did some, like, pretty big story thing, but they just never touched up on it again. Or I don't know, maybe she just has always been this whatever professor for most of the story. I don't know enough about Harry Potter, if I'm gonna be honest. But, I don't know. Long story short, I felt like it was actually a pretty decent movie this time around with Fantastic Beasts. And sadly, even more still, I feel... Oh, yeah! Yeah! Sadly, nothing. Check that out. Yeah! He just killed himself. I don't think I've had that happen with any enemy in this entire game through the 120 hours some odd that I've played it. I don't think I've ever seen an enemy fall off the edge and kill themselves like that. That's awesome. God, let's go. Come on. That's great. Oh, that makes me feel good. There was something else menacing in Nokron. Maybe there isn't. I remember running through most of this zone when I was playing it the first time. Oh, that's right, they do frost damage. Frost damage is annoying. Where's the closest Grace? I know there is one here. Is the closest Grace really in that cave? That doesn't seem right. Oh, there's another one. That's right, okay. There is another one here. I forgot. I forgot about that. Where is the Grace? Oh, all these little beetles give you something. So if you ever are playing the game yourself, you should sit down and go for the beetles. I've sat and pretty much killed all the beetles through my first playthrough, so don't really have to worry about it too much. But I think that is the closest side of Grace, is that cave. Which kind of sucks, because I'm almost out of healing. Ew. About to go fight the next boss, and I'm almost out of healing. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. If I don't beat it, then... oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Get out of here! If I don't beat it, then we can always come back. There we go. Will you guys let me talk to the NPC? Oh, wait. I don't think I should actually do this yet. Oh. Because he is part of somebody else's quest, which I think I have to go talk to Ronnie for. I think I have to go talk to Ronnie for this one. Because after I talk to Ronnie, I get her seal, like her death seal or something. It's just something like that. And then I'm able to use that death seal to go grab Fia and start her quest line. Which I don't really care about because it's not even important to try to get the ending I'm going for. So maybe I should just not even really care too much. I don't know. We could go ahead and do it. I think he's going to be helpful for the fight that we're about to do anyway, so it's probably worth the time. I remember him being very helpful the first time. Oh, plus I think I also have to start Ronnie's quest so that I can go do Selvis's quest and get the potion from him. That's right. Okay, so we gotta go do Ronnie's quest right now. The character that everybody is simping over because she's a blue lady with 4 arms. I get it. I get it. She's like attractive and everything, but like I don't know. I think it's a little weird. I think it's a little because canonically she's just a doll. She's just a giant human doll thing. Here's Ronnie. Here's Ronnie. Look at that. She's looking over at me. Yeah, she's even got like a weird doll kind of face. It's kind of interesting. I love the witch aesthetic of her, though. It's such a cool look.
A tarnished here.
A tarnished.
Thou must have some business in mind to come all this way.
I know exactly
Though
what
I
I'm doing.
have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Well, yeah, I don't need
No
a reason
reason
to
in
come
particular,
check
thou
out what's going
claimest.
on here.
Intriguing.
Okay, I don't need to be
Perhaps
creepy
fate
about it,
hath steered thee
but
to this encounter.
no, I think she's actually okay. I honestly
Wilt thou
like
enter into my service? I am
what's
the
her
witch
name?
Rani. I stole
The girl
death long ago.
that you sign
I
in accord
searched now
with.
for
I think her
dark
name's
path, that I
Maria.
might one day upend
Maria?
the whole of
Maria?
it, and rid
I think
the
her name's
world of
Maria.
all that
But
came
you
before.
start with her, and I think she's a lot more.
Has that
I think she's
roused
a
thy
lot more
interest?
interesting than Ronnie, ultimately.
I
Though I
see.
do have a soft spot for witches,
choice
which is
well
probably
made.
why I'm talking about Harry
Thou art
Potter
rare
so much.
sort.
I have a really soft
Not
spot
many would
in
have
my heart
accepted the offer,
for the witch,
but I
wizard
require
kind of
as much
aesthetic.
of those under my command. I anticipate
Which I felt like kind of
good
sucked.
work
I guess
from
just going
thee.
back to Harry Potter, I felt like that did kind of suck.
Good.
The
Then I
film
ask we
people,
proceed with
or I don't even
haste.
know, maybe Rowling
Art thou
herself,
aware of the
but they
star
didn't
that
really
struck
like
Limgrave?
dig in too much
It
to
left a
the
vast
like
crater,
wizard
and
witch
through it
look and aesthetic.
lieth the
They
eternal
kind of just went
city
with
of
this like
Notcom.
hybrid
Go there
British
to
look
find the city's hidden
with like
treasure.
long robes. You know what I mean?
Ah, yes. E.g., my like thee, heed not.
Is she
am sure.
repeating herself? Am I just talking about
I,
Harry
like
Potter
thee,
too
heed
much?
not, am sure.
She's repeating herself. Okay. Which I think they looked good, right? Like they looked good. If Harry Potter didn't exist and I saw somebody dressed up like they were going to Hogwarts, I'd be like, "Hey, you're dressed pretty well," you know? But if you told me that they were dressing like a wizard or a witch, I would kind of sit there and be like, eh. Hey, E.G.
So you were the one. You've defeated General Radahn.
I did. Ooh.
Unlocking the stars. A grand reward. Justly procured by any measure.
What?
Again, I am E.G.
We've already
Targaryen royal
met.
family's dedicated blacksmith. And I welcome one of your caliber.
Fellow
A fellow
champion in service of Lady
in
Ronnie.
service.
Which is ironic. We're
Let
not
us
going to do
give
her
all
ending.
that we can
We're going to do the other one.
Together. For Lady Ronnie.
The reason I'm doing that is because on my role-playing one,
Let us give
I wanted to be like a wizard witch kind of person. And so I wanted to go with the wizard or witch type ending, which is accepting Ronnie and her ending. So
I see. Yes, I am Selvis.
Elvis, preceptor
Preceptor
in
in
the
the
sorcerer's
sorcerer's
arts.
arts. I don't know
This
what
guy,
it
I
is
have
one
not
must
done
be
his
seen in a
quest.
provincial
I
town in
accidentally went too far in the game, and I came back and he was dead when I tried to start his quest. And so his is one of the quests I want to sit down and do. I don't know. Is Blythe here? I think I also have to talk to Blythe, don't I? Where's Blythe? Maybe I don't have to talk to Blythe. Let's go talk to Ronnie again. But his is one of the few quests I wasn't able to do. Because you're supposed to like use this potion to go poison somebody. And I couldn't make up my mind of who to go talk to. And then if you go talk to the all-knowing, then he's like, just throw that potion out, man. What are you doing, you know?
Ah, I shall soon enter, and it will be some time. This doll's body is not without its hindrances.
Hindrances. Yeah, see, she's a
Still,
doll.
I have high
She's just a
hopes
bunch
for
of
thee.
bunch of
I look
like
forward
plaster,
to the good news when I arrive.
bunch of plaster and rope and stuff. You can kind of see it in her hands a little bit. It's hard to see. On her right hand, you can see where it's all broken and it's just like a bunch of like wire
and it will be some
rope and stuff.
I look for.
Okay, so I think now I can go ahead and finish up Ronnie's little quest dealio. Because you have to go talk to her, and then she's like, go talk to all my friends, and then you go back and talk to her, and then we're done. Yay, they're gone. Okay, so now we can start Ronnie's quest line. Should I just go through with Ronnie's quest line? I want to go through with Selvis's quest line. So maybe I should go look up the wiki or something. I feel like maybe that'd be best if I go and look up the wiki. Because I don't know how to actually do Selvis's quest line. I do know how to do it. I don't know who the best choice is for Selvis and his quest line. Like, I don't know who to give the potion to. I think I could give it to the Dung Eater. I think that's probably the best decision, but I'm not entirely sure. Is this not the... Oh, this is Rena's Rise. I need to go to... that one. Go to that rise. Way over there. Way over there. Way downtown. I actually have been playing for quite some time. Part of me is thinking that I should just kind of call it quits here. Just because... yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to just keep it to 2 hours. Because it is getting late where I'm at, so...
Well, you took me at my word.
I took you at your word, indeed.
Did you not realize I was merely being polite?
The provincials never cease to amaze.
Provincials. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer
a potion.
Even you can do that much, can't you?
Oh, you bet your sweet Bippy.
Good. Now I shall hand over the...
Yay.
Find Nefeli and ensure I expect.
Okay, so I think Nefeli is... she's the girl that you saw at the start of the stream. She's that, like, cool barbarian-looking woman. Selvis's quest line. Elden Ring! Let's go look it up on the wiki. Fextra Life? The Fextra Life one? It is. That's the one I know where to go to. As Selvis arrives, he uses Selvis's potion, talk to Nefeli, and have her drink it. There are 2 major paths. Talks to Gideon, discuss Selvis's plan, and he'll offer to dispose it, claiming that Selvis will be none the wiser. Alternatively, you can instead keep the potion and hand it over to Nefeli. Feed it to Dung Eater if the player has made progress in his questline to the point in which he is bound to a chair and accepting seedbed curses. It is possible to feed him the potion and return to Selvis. You will then have a new dialogue option. If Nefeli or the Dung Eater was given the potion, they can be found in Selvis's laboratory, and their respective ashes will be available. Regardless of your decision, Selvis's response will be the same. Note with only one single potion, you must make a choice between Nefeli or Dung Eater's actions. In a given playthrough, obtaining the other will require New Game Plus. Which is great, because we didn't do this the first time. I think I'm going to go ahead with Dung Eater, because he does blood damage, and he apparently is very tanky in terms of his spirit ashes. So I kind of want to go get Dung Eater. But then that means I have to go start Dung Eater's quest line, which I don't think... I do know how to start Dung Eater's quest line. I don't think I've finished Dung Eater's quest line early, though. Let's go see. Let's go talk to Dung Eater. Let's go talk to him. Loading screens. Here we go. A round table hold. Hold my round table. Every time I come here, it just reminds me of... I think it's Robin Hood the Men in Tights. No, it's not Robin Hood. It's,
With your whole being,
oh.
the pox upon life.
Yeah, what? You're gross.
No. You have felt the cock and apparently mine was a brief going untrapped in.
Below the capital, sewer goal.
Going untrapped in.
Oh, I do have to go down there. That's how you get the ending I'm looking for. So you have to go down to the sewer bit. I really don't like going down to the sewer bit. It's such a maze. It's just agitating. It's just agitating.
Go to Gurrank only if you're killing those. Is a path.
Maybe I should just call it a night, because I don't want to go down to the sewers right now. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to the sewers. Do I have enough for a level? Okay. Do I have enough for a level up? I think I might go ahead and call it quits here for the night. I'm getting tired. My voice is getting a little much right now. Yeah. I think I will go ahead and ultimately call it a night. What was I talking about? I really derailed myself there. I totally forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry. If you guys want me to talk about it tomorrow, I'm sure I could bring it up tomorrow or something. I don't know. But next time we play Elden Ring, and I'm not going to promise I'm going to play it on stream, just because, well, I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm still trying to figure out the schedule of how I'm going to sit down and stream. My idea was to just do it as much as possible and then see what days work best within the confines of my life. That was really how I was planning on sitting and setting up my schedule, because I do want to do this regularly enough, because I think it's really fun. I think one of the things that I find kind of annoying about playing games by myself is that I don't really get the chance to even pretend to talk to people. So even if there's not a whole lot of people in chat, it's still really nice to sit down and talk. And then I get to sit down and talk to people in chat. Because I don't really end up talking to a lot of people at my new job. New job in considerations to where I was last time I was streaming, like years ago. But I don't really talk to a whole lot of people in my new job, and so it's just kind of nice, I think, to sit down and have some people to talk to, have some people to be in chat. So I think this is a really fun thing to do. I really do want to do it, excuse me, a lot more regularly. Because I think it's really fun. It's a really good time. I get to sit down and talk. I get to sit and do things. But I am still figuring out my schedule, so I can't really guarantee anything. This is one of the three... Oh, that is one thing I talked about yesterday that didn't get included into the stream. And apparently nobody was able to hear me talk about it. But one of the good couple games that I play right now in my life on some level of regularity is Elden Ring, Apex Legends, and then Magic the Gathering occasionally, and Rainbow Six Siege occasionally. I usually don't play Siege in any level of seriousness, so that's why I picked it as kind of a cool down thing yesterday. I don't really play it too seriously. And then of course Magic the Gathering is just super chill and slow down. So sometimes a move will take like a full minute or two to sit down and decipher like what the next best move will be. So I don't know, maybe next time we'll play Magic. Maybe next time we'll play Magic the Gathering as kind of a cool down thing, you know, who knows. But if I guarantee that we will be playing Elden Ring next time, we're going to go ahead and do Dung Eater's questline, which involves also, oh, what is his name? Blackbeard? Or something? It's Blackbeard or something. It's something along those lines. So we'll do his quest, and then we'll do Dung Eater's quest, and then getting to Dung Eater and going down that route will ultimately have me go all the way down to Moog? I think it's Moog. And then from Moog, we'll go down to the super secret area, and then we'll go and start the Madness ending, the Flame of Madness, or the Flame of Chaos ending, I think it's what it's called. Because I want to sit down and get that ending, get the achievement. So that's the goal. That's the goal for next time. Is we're gonna go ahead and try and get that done. And see how that goes. And so I'm really excited. I think it'll be a really fun time. I think it'll be a fun time like this time. I do feel a little weird because my stream last night I was a lot more talkative and I had a lot more things to talk about. So I'm sorry that I sat down and spent a lot of time talking about Harry Potter. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about, any new media or thing, just feel free to put it in chat. Put it in chat. Send me I think they're called whispers in Twitch. Send me a whisper in Twitch. If you send me an email, I'm probably not going to read it. I signed into my email that I use basically for this. Do I know? I don't know. I signed into my email. I don't look at my email. I don't look at my email. I don't sign into it. I went into it years ago and put two-factor on, and that's it. So when I signed in recently, it was basically just like, here's a billion notifications of the few people you subscribe to on Twitter. And I was like, great, thanks. So don't send me an email. I think it gives you the email to send me an email. Don't send me an email. Just send me a whisper. I don't know how long whispers last, though, honestly. Try to send me a whisper. Send it in chat. Just bring it up. I want to know what you guys are interested in, what you want to talk about. There's not too many things in media that I'm not at least vaguely aware of. So try me. Try to bring up something that I don't know about. But yeah, so it's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be an exciting time. The bring back the revival of the stream. The revival. I think it's gonna be a good time. I've had a good time so far. I've had quite the time. Hopefully we can do something new though. I am planning on buying Kirby eventually. I'm planning on buying the new Kirby game eventually, so we'll have to see how that goes. I saw Cubid in chat today, so maybe Cubid will want to sit down and play it with me, because I think it's multiplayer. I think it's like Big Brother, Little Brother multiplayer, but maybe he'll want to sit down and play it with me because he's in town. So maybe we'll convince him to sit down and play it with me. Who knows? Maybe I'll even give him access to my library so he can sit down and play Elden Ring, and I can join in on him, and we can play Elden Ring together. Who knows? We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, I don't have a full plan. I don't have a full plan of what I want to do or what I want to accomplish with this stream. I think really my biggest goal is that, like, I just kind of want to give myself an excuse to create. And I also feel like if I'm going to sit down and play video games, I might as well sit down and try to play video games with people, especially now that I have the time and there's like no commitment to it. So we'll have to see how that goes. We'll have to see how it goes, how things happen. I don't have any donation stuff set up. I really have been low effort on this, and I probably will be pretty low effort on it for the first good old couple weeks, if not the first good old month or so of me sitting down and doing this. Cause the first time I did streaming, I really burnt myself out quite a lot with just getting knee deep into the details and really just trying to figure it out and figure out what I wanted it to be and all this stuff. I figure the thing that's going to drive my streaming is my personality and the overabundance of how much I care. And I think by giving myself a foil of really just taking the stress and the pressure off, I think I'm not gonna get as burnt out as quickly doing streaming. Hopefully never, honestly. Hopefully it can be just a nice chill thing that we sit down and do. We can all just kind of enjoy together. That's the big hope. That's the big plan. So we'll have to see how that really spins down. But yeah, I appreciate you guys joining in for the stream tonight. It really does help, honestly. I know I'm a small streamer. I know I'm not interesting. I know I'm not this like top tier Apex Legends player, but I appreciate you guys popping on by. I appreciate you guys enjoying the stream, hopefully enjoying the stream as much as I have, because I had a good time. I had a good time tonight. I got to talk about Harry Potter that I haven't talked about in really years now, because I think the last time I really cared to talk about it was the first Fantastic Beasts movie, when I sat down and talked about it with my friends. And then, of course, years before that, when the final Harry Potter film came out. Um, I haven't talked about Harry Potter in a long time. It's been a big legacy thing as part of my life, so it's kind of fun to sit and talk about. Kind of fun to sit and poke fun at and to kind of poke some holes into the logic and stuff. But I like it. I think it's good. But I'm falling into this trap that I always do, where I don't know if I fully want to say goodbye, but I know I need to say goodbye, and I tell myself that I'm going to say goodbye multiple times. But I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye for realsies right now. Again, if you want to go ahead and check out my Twitter, go ahead and check out my Twitter. If you want to make a suggestion, there is still a suggestion box on my channel. Go ahead and drop something there. Maybe the quality is not as good. Maybe you think there's something that I could or should add. I'd love to hear from you guys. I don't have the YouTube up and running for this channel yet, so look forward to that. When I get that up and running, I'm going to go ahead and probably put a link down in my description sort of section, if you will. So you should be able to sit down and take a peek at that in the coming times. Again, I'm not going to put too much pressure and stress on it, because I'm really going to try my best not to burn myself out with streaming. But yeah, with that being said, I am signing off officially this time. Officially, I'm signing off. Have a wonderful night. Stay healthy. Make sure you get some good sleep. If you have not got up and walked around in the last good while, go ahead and just jump up, walk around, get some water. That's what I'm going to go do. And then we should be able to all be happy, healthy people together. Have a wonderful night, everybody.